I love the title OncoDaily. OncoDaily, it's so close to my heart when there is a purity of mind and when there is a purity of intention. Things started, things starting flowing in on its own. We always define cancer as a dreadful disease. Yes, as a dreadful disease, but trust me, for me, this turned out as a blessing in disguise. What's a for reason? Attitude is everything, everything, and everything. Because, you know, if you have a right attitude, then, you become a people's person. Cancer is like a stallion. Either you ride on a stallion. If you don't, then that stallion is going to ride on you and take your life away.
Hello everyone and welcome to the new episode of OncoDaily. I'm Furkan Hashmi and today I'm truly honored and very excited to have an extraordinary guest with us. Someone whose journey is testament of resilience, courage and the power of purpose. What if you lost your voice but found an even louder way to be heard? That's exactly what happened to Mr. Shrenik Shah, who is from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. At 44, he was diagnosed with a stage 4 vocal cord cancer, and why he lost his natural speaking ability, he refused to let cancer define him. Instead, he turned his battle into a mission, becoming a global inspiration speaker, patient ambassador for head and neck cancer, global goodwill ambassador US, and the world's first TEDx speaker as a vocal cord cancer survivor. For 27 years, Shrenik has dedicated himself to inspiring others, delivering over 9,000 hours of wisdom and impacting 100,000 lives worldwide. His abstract, fearless, and significant life of cancer was featured by UICC during the 2022 World Cancer Congress, Geneva. And on 23rd July 23rd, 2023, he was featured as an iconic Times Square billboard, New York, every hour throughout the day. That's an amazing. Today, we get to hear his incredible journey, firsthand his relation, his advocacy, and powerful message he continues to share with the world. Shanik, welcome to the Encore Daily.
Thank you so very much. And trust me, I mean, being Onco Daily, that itself, I must say, is a magical moment for me. For simple reason. You know, fortunately, I am connected with so many oncologists globally. So when something starts with onco, that means it is close to my heart. And then one more point I would like to add here, say in the oncology field, there is something going on at every single cancer center on a daily basis. And the the title of the show OncoDaily, that itself deeply resonating with my rather would love to contribute on every single day on a daily basis. So, to be honest, I love the title OncoDaily. It's so close to my heart. And one more point I would like to add here at this start. See, when there is a purity of mind and when there is a purity of intention, things started, things starting flowing in on its own. It's simply a matter of time. It is simply a matter of patience, and then it becomes like free flowing journey where you can make things happen which apparently look impossible. So thank you so very much for
Thank you,
this
sir.
commendable and remarkable opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, for those who may not know you yet, could you give us a brief introduction to who you are and what drives you?
Well, let me share one important point. I am 73 now. Yes, I am 73. And it was at the peak of my career as an international marketer. I have traveled globally more than 200 trips and 200 courses trips. And till I was 44, I was speaking like a normal human being. I had no habit of smoking, never chewed tobacco, I'm strict vegetarian and non-alcoholic. So suspecting fungal cord cancer was absolutely out of question. Uh, Usually, you know, we always define cancer as a dreadful disease. Yes, as a dreadful disease. But trust me, for me, this turned out as a blessing in disguise for safer reason. Where before I was pregnant, before my voice was lost, I was adored. I had 5 friends, and I really had no courage to speak in a public forum. That was my journey. Of course, I mean, as an international marketer, businessman, trade sider, I could communicate with my clients relentlessly. But when it comes to speaking in front of a public forum, in front of audience, I was thinking 10 times and then I was giving up. That was Mark's journey before I was diagnosed with the stage 4 colorectal cancer. And I was given few days to live with. I underwent massive surgery stage. I mean, because of course, that was done in 2 parts. First, in the parts copy was done, and then, after the biopsy report came in, massive surgery was done. And yes, I lost my speaking ability forever.
Losing your natural speaking ability is something most people can't even imagine. How did you cope with that loss and what emotionally and mentally?
Well, let me explain this in a different manner. Imagine you are having a Rolls Royce car. I mean, brand new Rolls Royce car. What is everything is ready. But if you are keeping it in the garage, if you don't have a key and if you don't know how to start the key, what will happen? You know, car is of no use. It just become part of the issue. So answering your question, I was not willing to keep myself low alive, but into museum like a wax icon, and that's how you know. Imagine you want to speak, you have a lot of wisdom, you are intelligent, you can make things happen. You have a power to convince the people, you have power to change the life of the people, and you are standing on a podium about to address 4,000 individuals. The host has introduced you. He has explained a lot about you. He narrated your entire journey, everything. And then You are invited to share your journey. The moment you reach the podium, you are about to speak, and the words are trapped in the mouth. You are not audible at all. First, people will look at you amused, then shocked, and few minutes later, they will lose the interest of listening you. And that was my journey when I lost my voice after massive surgery and radiotherapy, which turned my skin like a charcoal. I managed my life for 3 months using pen and paper, which was frustrating. Anger, depression, sheer apparatus, because you keep on writing. And remember in those days in 1997, there was no digital platform like mobile phones, etc., where you could write and communicate or send it text. And then, people would be impatient reading your note. They will speak again, you know, respond by writing. So, it was quite complicated. And on top of that, it was definitely a situation, frustrating, catastrophic situation of sheer helplessness because you can do nothing. You're not express, but you can do nothing. 3 months later, when I was advised to use this electrolarynx, there was no trainer available here in Ahmedabad how to use electrolytic to speak, and I learned myself by practicing for 1 week, standing in front of mirror. Fortunately, I could find out the sweet spot under my chin where I can place the head of the electronics and I can communicate easily. I can listen to myself and so the people around me. So that was the case. Now the irony was where of course my family members could understand me very well and rather understood me very well in those days. That is in December 1997, about 27 years. But when I started speaking in public, my voice was rejected. People were scared. People were running away. People were shocked and so on. Now I had one choice, another no choice. Either I give up or I continue speaking. And let me tell you, I was and I am the person from a marketing side, and it is prepared side like our Modi service say, Chomoltai, Poipetai, and I followed that same single formula principle rule. Okay, come what may, I were to speak. So that rejection of December 1997 ignited the fire. I'm repeating the word ignited the fire from within to keep on and swinging relentlessly. And imagine the voice which was rejected back before 27 years. I had delivered over 9,000 hours of talks in international conferences, even interviews, TV interviews, podcasts, international conferences, even during COVID time. I have delivered over 150 webinars and later on, the I have delivered talks. I mean, I was coordinating event for one organization. I did that time with 20 episodes, and now that is an ongoing assignment on behalf of Indian Cancer Society Delhi, where I am moderating event every Friday under the title of the shop. The show, uh, show name of the show is Fridays with Shrenik. That is every week at 6 p.m. I'm inviting best of the best oncologists to share their interviews and experience and knowledge with the community. And I guess I have updated 21 episodes already and more are lined up.
Instead of letting cancer define you, you turn your experience into a mission. Very. What inspired you to become a global speaker and advocate for cancer? What has been the most rewarding or impactful moment from your journey as a speaker?
Say it was definitely a situation. The reason is, or rather, yes, the reason is when I was struggling for survival because, in those days in August 1997, I was literally struggling to breathe. The tumor on top of tumor was expanding, getting bigger and bigger on top of my trachea and blocking the airway. And I had rather no clue that why it is happening. So when the discovery was done, I was told that, the tumor was blocking the opening of trachea. That's how, I was having a breathing problem. So I still remember those days, that period of more than a month when I was struggling to breathe. I was feeling like I am drowning in the water. I was unable to sleep flat on my bed. I was sleeping in a slanting condition because, so the trachea doesn't squeeze and I can breathe a bit. So, having remembering that particular incident of my struggle, I realized that, you know, my guidance, my support, my knowledge sharing with the community will be helpful to the countless individuals. I know that, like you, I cannot become a doctor in my life, for sure. There is no chance. So I thought that let me do something which is not possible as a doctor, but I can indirectly play a catalytic role to help someone or a survivor or a diagnosis, timely treatment, and last but not the least, never giving up attitude. And I wanted to change the phrase. I wanted to change the phrase. Life after cancer is not that. It is the second chapter of the life where, in my case, I would say, where you are chosen. You are chosen by the Almighty to do something remarkable despite your loss of voice. So that's my journey.
Exactly. Yeah. So you talked about leading a fearless and significant life after cancer, right? Can you share that what that means to you and how other can adopt this mindset? Exactly.
Say there is a simple formula when challenges are coming your way or adversaries. Either you surrender or you troubleshoot those challenges or adversaries. Say As a human being, you have full ability from A to know to make things happen. If you cannot do it, that means, you become victim. And at any point of time, I was not ready to be known by the people as a victim of a cancer, a victim, someone who has lost their voice, someone who lost the nature speaking ability forever. And one more thing, I was not at any point of time wanted to be known as a disabled person or, you know, living a retired life. No way. And that's how, you know, trust me, I am, as I told you earlier, I am 73 now. On my wings, there are countless individuals as my well wishers. Their well wishes are like a jet fuel, and that is making me always into taxi mode, seatbelt faster, and always ready to propel my journey at 800 kilometers an hour to touch the horizon. And inspiring, committed to inspiring over billions of lives till my mind and body supports.
I really want to salute you, sir. Your strength and your determination is really very ideally. It's an amazing way, right? Really. So, what next for you? Any upcoming projects or initiatives that you are excited about?
Same, I want to add one more point here. Whenever I am speaking, either I'm giving interview or on a TEDx page or counseling patient or delivering public talk, anywhere in the conference or webinar, etc. I feel like I am in the land of Lord Krishna, that is Dwarka. And when you are in the land of Lord Krishna, Dwarka, you become spontaneous, you become impromptu, you don't need to struggle to speak, you know, that is remarkable, incredible, invincible support from Lord Krishna to keyboard speaking. And fortunately, while speaking, I don't use my head, I use my heart. And when I'm using my heart, there is no possibility to manipulate, and I prefer not to manipulate at any point of time. And therefore, I did not have to remember that what I have talked before 10 minutes. I mean, it can be flawless, it can be authentic, it can be life changing, and that's it. So that is the magic. That is the magic of this differently and a but clarion voice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you could leave our audience with one powerful message today, and what could it be?
Um, you know, this world is fast paced world, digital world, lot of competition in personal life, professional life, and so on. You never know what is going to happen tomorrow. So there are two points I would like to share here. Number one, live in the moment and make sure to deliver everything today, everything now. Don't prepare the best that okay, I have to do this. I have to do that tomorrow, day after. No, that's number one. Number two, God is so kind to give you everything you need. Forget about what you don't have. Remember what you have. And the key factor for every single individual is attitude. Attitude is everything. Attitude is everything, everything, and everything. Because, if you have a right attitude, then, you become a people's person. People would love reaching out. People will be more than happy to seeking your support, your help, etc. And don't forget, at times, your bank balance may not rise up, but the balance of blessings, the balance of well wishes is on the top, and you never know when you would be in a dire need of well wishes when something goes wrong. So attitude is everything. Be people's person, and trust me, you will never don't look back, and you would be definitely demonstrating empathy. It's not about writing the most about empathy. You can demonstrate the empathy in 100% in a real life. And when you demonstrate a real empathy, you will see out there that what you've been doing. You may not be having a fat back balance, but in discourse, there is always a profit, and profit, no loss, and last but not the least, you don't pay any tax on that, you don't pay any GST, and you don't have to file any return. Is maintaining the entire record up there. So that is the beauty, that is the thrilling life you can lead. One more point, because I mean, I am speaking on the OncoDaily platform. During too many of my talks, I'm mentioning that cancer is like a stallion. Cancer is like a stallion. Either you ride a stallion. If you don't, then that stallion is going to ride on you and take your life away. So be smart. You are using smartphone. So just like a smartphone, be smart to ride on the stallion and don't allow stallion to ride on you. Build bridges between head, heart, and gut, and you become unstoppable. Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Mr. Shrenik, your story is truly inspiring. Your strength, resilience, and determination to uplift others are incredible. Thank you for sharing your journey with us today, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to OncoDaily on YouTube. Hit the bell icon to stay updated.